The World of the Jinns Part 1. Throughout history, man has always had a deep attraction for the supernatural and the unseen. The existence of a world parallel to our own has always fascinated people. This world is commonly referred to as the spirit world, and almost every set of people have some concept of one. With some people, these spirits are no more than the souls of dead people or ghosts. With others, spirits are either the forces of good or the forces of evil, both battling against one another to gain influence over humanity. However, both of these explanations are more in tune with folk tales and fantasy. The true explanation of such a world comes from Islam. Like every other way, Islam also claims to explain this realm of the unseen. It is from this realm that Islam explains to us about the world of the jinn. The Islamic explanation of the jinn provides us with so many answers to modern-day mysteries. Without the knowledge of this world, the Muslims would become like the non-Muslims and be running around looking for any old answer to come their way. So, who or what are the jinn? Existence. The jinn are beings created with free will, living on earth in a world parallel to mankind. The Arabic word jinn is from the verb janna, which means to hide or conceal. Thus, they are physically invisible from man, as their description suggests. This invisibility is one of the reasons why some people have denied their existence. However, as will be seen, the effect which the world of the jinn has upon our world is enough to refute this modern denial of one of God's creation. The jinns were created before man. As for their physical origin, then the Prophet, may the mercy and blessings of God be upon him, has confirmed the above verse when he said, "The angels were created from light and the jinn from smokeless fire." It is this description of the jinn which tells us so much about them. Because they were created from fire, their nature has generally been fiery, and thus their relationship with man has been built upon this. Like humans, they too are required to worship God and follow Islam. Their purpose in life is exactly the same as ours, as God says. Jinns can thus be Muslims or non-Muslims. However, due to their fiery nature, the majority of them are non-Muslims. All these non-Muslim jinns form a part of the army of the most famous jinn, Satan. Consequently, these disbelieving jinns are also called devils. Jinns also become Muslims, as they did in the time of the Prophet when a group of them were amazed by the recitation of the Quran. God orders the Prophet to tell the people of this event. Say, O Muhammad, it has been revealed to me that a group of jinn listened and said, "Indeed we have heard a marvelous Quran. It guides unto righteousness, so we have believed in it, and we will never make partners with our Lord." Quran 72:1-2. In many aspects of their world, the jinn are very similar to us. They eat and drink, they marry, have children, and they die. The lifespan, however, is far greater than ours. Like us, they will also be subject to a final reckoning by God the Most High. They will be present with mankind on the Day of Judgment and will either go to paradise or hell. Abilities. That which clearly distinguishes the jinn from mankind are their powers and abilities. God has given them these powers as a test for them. If they oppress others with them, then they will be held accountable. By knowing of their powers, we can often make sense of much of the mysteries which go on around us. One of the powers of the jinn is that they are able to take on any physical form they like. Thus, they can appear as humans, animals, trees, and anything else. Thousands of people have sighted strange-looking creatures all over the world, and it seems more plausible all the sightings of such creatures may have been jinns parading in different forms. The ability to possess and take over the minds and bodies of other creatures is also a power which the jinn have utilized greatly over the centuries. This, however, is something which has been prohibited to them, as it is a great oppression to possess another being. Human possession is something which has always brought about great attention. Only through Islam can we understand such a phenomena. We know as Muslims that jinns possess people for many reasons. Sometimes it is because the jinn or its family has been hurt accidentally. It could be because the jinn has fallen in love with the person. However, most of the time possession occurs because the jinn is simply malicious and wicked. For this reason we have been commanded to recite the Quran frequently in our houses, as the Prophet said. Indeed, Satan flees from the house in which Surah al-Baqarah, the second chapter of the Quran, is recited. Al-Tirmidhi. To be continued.